Yay, we're live.
All right.
We've got a whole new look today.
Oh, yeah.
It's shocking, I know, but we got it done.
Got the AdBank sweater. Got this wall. That's not a poster. We painted it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we stenciled the whole thing today. That is a lie. We nailed up a big poster.
Yeah. Right, let me just go here. Copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, not that one,
No.
but you can share it through that guy there to test the audio. We're just going to do the usual. Hello, Romano. Just wait a couple minutes, see who joins up, and then we'll get chatting about the Q2 review.
All right.
A whole bunch of stuff happened this month, so there's a lot to cover, but as always, the best thing is to catch up in those quarterly reviews. They're very informative, and they generally have everything that you need to know.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Romano.
Okay, so it should be good. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Romano. I would hope this mic works.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for, there's going to be one day where the audio doesn't work and we're not going to know. No one's going to tell us. We're just going to go, it'll just be this.
The day that everybody realizes that we don't know sign language.
So should we maybe give it another minute or so?
Hey. So yeah, we've got a couple people in. We'll wait just another 30 seconds or so. So it's nice today. Hello and welcome, everybody. John's on a little bit of a vacation with his family. Every once in a while, he has time to go and spend with them. When we let him leave the AdBank office.
Yeah, which never.
Got questions coming in already, which is nice. Will AdBank continue to put effort into getting both parts of the Blade extension into the Chrome store? So we're going to go over the Q2 review first, and then we're going to talk about Chrome and Firefox, and we'll get to that question during the Chrome portion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good question, though.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Well,
you want to share it in the announcement channel as well?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't do that from here.
Okay, so we'll do that, and then we will get rolling.
Yeah, perfect. Sweet. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, let's get started. If you jump in the chat, feel free to shoot a question in there or ask us something. We'll get around to it at the end of the AMA. So we'll today we'll kind of go through. Catherine put up the blog post the other day of the Q2 review. So we'll just kind of go over that and kind of go over what we're working on for Q3 and for the rest of the year as well. And then Catherine will cover some marketing stuff, and then we'll go over any questions you guys have. So basically, going down there. So the kind of key updates for Q2 are in terms of tech. We've been focusing, as you guys know, a lot on the Chrome store, getting Blade back on there, and so we've announced that we'll be able to get Blade on there partially. We're going to have the blocker on there, and then the objective will be to have that on the Chrome store and replace it. What other things the tech team's working on is the Firefox extension, getting that up and running as well. In terms of the team, no major updates. Everything normal as usual. No changes there. If you have any questions about who's on the team or what people are working on, feel free to check out the site. There's good blog posts as well from a few months ago with the final reorg that happened a little while ago. Financial runway, no major changes there. I know you guys asked a lot of questions about the runway, but we're projected to 2021, so all good there. What else do we have here?
Narcissus is going full John today.
Full John.
Appreciate that.
Full John. Never go full John. And then so getting into the objectives for next steps, what we're looking forward to. We kind of, the last month or so, we've been dealing with the Chrome store issues and getting that sorted. And now that we've we've had everyone kind of in a bit of a limbo in terms of side loading the extension. So now we're in kind of we have our answer from Chrome store, and we're going forward with Blade. The Blade blocker will be on the Chrome store, and the replacer will be side loaded, and we're going to push to that. And so the objectives going into Q3 are obviously focusing on Blade adoption again. That's one of the biggest objectives that we wanted to focus on and will be focusing on. Although we got a bit sidetracked with the Chrome store issue. The key with that is becoming the number one ad block and reward extension in the crypto community. Continue pushing through that with adoption and downloads. Objective number 2, which we kind of want to refocus on. We were focused on it before, and kind of want to get back into it, is focusing on pilots on Blade and on the ad network. So we have a pretty full pipeline. We want to make sure to follow through on it. And now that we know where Blade is in terms of being in the Chrome store, and focusing on getting on Firefox as well, push to get those pilots on board, get advertisers on board, and get more users using the Blade extension. And then the third objective is focusing on driving utility with the other ad networks. So getting we've seen a bit of a resurgence in intergalactic ads. Obviously, eSig Media is doing really well with advertisers, and so making sure that kind of chain of the ad networks is still running. Advertisers are getting on board, and again, focusing on that first objective of Blade adoption. And we'll kind of go into. I kind of wanted to chat about that a little later too. How eSig, the AdBank ad network, and Blade kind of all work together as one system within kind of this big cog that is AdBank, because there's kind of those 3 main things, and I kind of want to go over quickly just how they all intertwine and work together. So do you want to go over some marketing stuff?
Yeah. So like we said in the blog post, obviously the blog post is going to be the best place to go and get all of this information. So I'll just briefly do an overview of that. So because we weren't in the Chrome store, we just did some kind of maintenance promotion. So we didn't go full steam ahead with all of our marketing efforts. We wanted to hold some of those back until we had a more official place to direct people. So what you saw this month, we were still very happy with. So we still did paid promotions. We still were able to establish some partnerships like with DentaCoin and whatnot. And we still got quite a bit of media coverage. And the one thing that I really enjoy as a means of kind of measuring our progress is that there's a lot of organic content still being created by individuals out there. So people promoting their Blade referral codes and those sorts of things. So there is still a lot of people aware of the project, understanding that we're still doing things, and it's still kind of exciting to follow along with that. So we're really happy to see that that's still going, even when we're not pedal to the metal, as it were, with the marketing efforts. So like Narcis was saying, with the new plan for Chrome and with Firefox in development coming very soon, we're really excited to start actually pushing all of those marketing initiatives once we have that kind of ready to go. So we're really excited to get that up and running in the very near future. So if you missed anything, check out the blog post. We have everything listed and linked in there of what's been going on for the month of June. And then there's also links that you can follow along in any of the monthly updates with all of the coverage that's been going on. So sometimes you kind of miss that in Telegram or on Twitter or whatever it is, but we have it all compiled here for you guys to get all caught up there.
Yeah, sweet.
So then the next thing we're going to talk about, the Chrome store announcement and then Firefox. Yeah. So on Monday, we posted a blog post about just updating where we are with the Chrome store. So we are moving ahead with the 2 extensions. We're going to have the first extension, which is a blocker extension, and it's going to be housed in the Chrome store. And the second extension is going to be a sideload extension. So when somebody installs the blocking extension, it's going to notify that person that they can earn free crypto by installing that second one. So it's just the nature of the terms and conditions of the Chrome store. So that's where we're at right now with them. Did you have anything else to add to that one?
Yeah, no, that's the perfect description. And, like you guys, everyone that's been in the Telegram tribe been following us, over the last couple months, been something that we've had to deal with. Minor bump in the road, and we've come up with, a permanent solution, that being blocker in the Chrome store, push to everyone adopting the replacer as well. And we think, that is a path for success for Blade, and that's the path going forward and what we're going to be doing going forward. So after that, there'll be no changes, I promise. And we'll, that's the path that we're going to go towards, and we think it's going to be the best solution for people adopting Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So a couple questions there around Google Chrome and Blade there. So I think Romano had the first one. Continuing to put effort into getting both parts of the Blade extension into the Chrome store. So like we were saying, likely not. Like this is going to be a forever solution, and this will be the easiest way for us to build additional functionality, make it bigger and better without having to be beholden to every single term and condition of all of the different browsers. So it's actually gives us a lot more leeway to make a really, really excellent and really groundbreaking extension here.
Yep.
And then Gifander, if that is how you pronounce it. So after the refusal, I think you said there, how's the team feeling? So I would say if we were feeling defeated, we wouldn't be a very good team and we wouldn't be very good in this industry. So
that's right.
Surprisingly, like I think it's very different, like inside the team rather than kind of watching in Telegram. We love what we do, and this is always very exciting to find the way to build something. There's always going to be some roadblocks. There's going to be challenges, but that's the point of the work that we're doing, is to really shift paradigms and to change things up. Like we've been saying from the beginning, like advertising is broken. There's got to be a better way to do this. And so we're just trying to figure out how to build the next big thing, and it's coming together and we're really excited about it.
Yeah.
How did we not see that Google might reject Plan A? So we talked about that a little bit in past AMAs. John had responded to that. So it was always kind of on our radar that there might be an issue there. It got approved the first time and we had a really excellent first month. So there wasn't really any notice or any reason for us to think that it was going to get pulled, but that's the way it is. And like I said, there's always going to be some little roadblocks and that sort of stuff. Then the AI and Blade will be up and running soon. So the AI, once we have the scale of users that the AI is needed and that there's enough data for the AI to really learn from and to really work on, then it will be implemented. So we're just kind of waiting in that kind of roadmap sequence there.
Yep.
And then the next big step is Firefox.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good segue. So I'll let you take that one. I just talked for too long.
Yes, we've kind of come up with the solution going forward for Chrome Store. And the next step is, the next step outside of focusing on Blade adoption, focusing on advertisers, all that jazz, is getting on Firefox now. And so it will be the same procedure with some, learned Firefox. The process will be exactly the same thing that we did with Google, except we'll have both extensions on Firefox rather than having the blocker on the store and the replacer as a side load. We'll have the blocker and replacer, two extensions both on Firefox. That will stay consistent with the extensions on Chrome Store, being blocker and replacer, and the goal is having them both on Firefox. We've gone through the same process and procedure that we went through with Google. So our hope is they'll get on there. There won't be any issues. Dev team is currently working on it, and no timeline right now, but working on it. We're hoping end of the month or start of next month we'll have maybe a bit of a better timeline or be on Firefox by then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to Connor today, so they were also looking into, because Firefox has obviously the Android version that has extensions, so there is a possibility that Blade will be available natively without having to do it through like Yandex kind of thing. So we're very excited to hear back about whether that's going to be possible as well.
Yeah.
So I think we're kind of getting through the questions there. Oh, Ant, hi Ant. I think John should get you an ADB jacket as well. Crypto winter is over. Well, I don't need the jacket now that winter's over. I'm going to get a t-shirt.
It's super hot here. You guys can't see, but there's so much sweat.
No, we're actually picking up some of the gear from the shop right now. So we're going to put that order in very shortly. We just get distracted sometimes. Referral links. Can
you make some additional bonus to those who click on the referral links?
So with that, we kind of discussed that around like the referral marketing scheme, like the multi-level marketing scheme in the last AMA. While all of those are really great ways to build usership and that sort of stuff really quickly, it's just a lot of development work to change up from the reward structure that we have right now. So while it's never ever going to happen, it's just not something that's in the roadmap right now.
Yeah, and the current referral structure that we have in place, we think is fair and will satisfy all Blade users. The way it's set up, like Catherine said, hard to change. Potentially something that we'll look into in the future, but right now, we're pretty happy with it. And once Blade adoption grows, I think those referrals from users will also grow, and I think we'll see a bit of a change in the dynamic and satisfaction of them as well.
And yes, there's a question about the microphone. It's a USB mic. It is way better audio than just through the computer.
Yes.
But yes, it is styled after one from the 50s. Yeah. So will there be a new version of Blade in the Google Store? So yeah, so there are going to be a lot of really cool updates. So referral links instead of codes being one of them. And yes, right now, if you're still using that version of Blade, from the Chrome store, it's going to keep logging you out. So absolutely go to blade.software, download version 1.1.1, and that is the best and only version to be using right now.
Yep.
All righty, so we're kind of slowing down with questions. So we did want to, one more question.
Will the dashboard go live after everything's working again?
Yes, so for the Chrome one to follow along with user adoption and whatnot, absolutely.
Yeah.
That one will go live again. And then, you have 1.1.1? Okay. So absolutely make sure that you're using, the most up-to-date one there, because the previous one, there is issues with it. It automatically logs you out, which can get annoying. So Narcissus, if you wanted to talk a little bit about this, there was the blog that was out last week about how everything in the AdBank ecosystem works together.
Yeah, that's right. So while I'm chatting here, guys, feel free to toss some more questions and we'll get them later. So yeah, kind of wanted to go through, I feel like this comes up a lot in the Telegram chat, and thought, we kind of clear things up a bit. And again, check out the blog to read more about it if you have any other questions. But there seems to be a bit of a disconnect between, AdBank and the AdBank platform, Blade, and then, there's kind of the third piece of pieces. But, and then also, there's the AI as well, which a lot of people ask about. And so it's important to know that all those things kind of work within the same ecosystem of what is AdBank. And so the AdBank platform is not separate from Blade. Blade and the AdBank platform are they work together. They're almost kind of the same thing. Blade is the
consumer product as opposed to a business product.
Exactly. So you guys see Blade, but on the back end of things, the AdBank platform is running and displaying all these ads, transferring tokens between advertisers and publishers, transferring tokens to you guys, and that's where kind of from the operation side of things, what I focus on when Mike brings in advertisers, they go through the AdBank platform with me. I get them set up. Ads are run through the platform, and then you guys see them using Blade. So that's kind of those two aren't separate. They are separate in the sense that the platform is one thing and Blade is another, but they work together and they're the same thing. So when you see us talking a lot about Blade and we're focusing on Blade adoption and getting on the Chrome store, getting on Firefox, whatever, all those things, we're focusing on Blade, but AdBank is kind of the core of it. And it's not like we put the AdBank platform to the side. Both the same thing. We're focusing on both of them. In terms of the AI, like Catherine mentioned, it's something that has been built out. We've submitted it. We're waiting for the patent to come through, and once there's greater adoption, we'll be able to focus more on it. And then eSig Media, I feel like most people are kind of up to date on that. That was an ad network that we acquired almost a year ago, and actually a little over a year ago now. That's been integrated into the AdBank platform and run through there. So basically, it's its own entity, but it's run on the AdBank platform using tokens, ADB, and just kind of another cog within that system. Intergalactic Ads is the same thing, but even more intertwined. It's run directly on the AdBank platform. I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
The key takeaway from it is, and I urge you guys to check out the blog, very quick read that Catherine put together. The key takeaway is to note that when we're working on one thing, or we say we're focusing on Blade, or focusing on getting you guys using Blade, or the dev team fixing, or whatever the issues with it are. We're focusing on Blade, but the AdBank platform, eSig Media, Intergalactic Ads, the AI, that's all there. It's all one big piece of the puzzle, and they're all intertwined. Blade is run using the AdBank platform, eSig Media is run using the AdBank platform, IA is run using the AdBank platform. It's all there. So the key takeaway is, don't think that we've put one thing to the side and we're totally focusing on the other. It's all within one system. We're always working on everything.
Yeah. So the more that we have people adopting Blade, so that's like an end user thing, that's more data that is in play, that's the sooner we get to implement the artificial intelligence. So that's also the more people going through KYC and that sort of stuff, that's raising our CPM, so that's raising the rewards and whatnot as well. So it is all a really, like Narsha says, like a very tightly intertwined ecosystem there that everything really supports the ADB token.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've got a couple questions.
Yeah, I see one that we can't answer. Mohammed, any plans to go on new big volume exchanges like top 10, top 20? Can't comment on exchange or price.
Yeah.
Arnold, we need to get community excited again. Oh, we'll get them excited. Don't you worry.
We're a wonderful team. Thank you.
Yeah, well, Catherine and I, we got something special planned for you guys coming up this month. Don't worry.
That's why we're fixing up this whole thing.
That's right. Yeah.
We're gonna make some hilarious videos for you guys, really.
yeah, it'll be fun. We got some fun stuff planned. What else we got here?
People do not like the referral links. You guys asked us for referral links. I trusted you a month ago. Come on. Yeah. With the referral links, I mean, honestly, that's going to make it so much easier for mass adoption instead of the referral code thing. Like we do understand that from the first iteration of Blade. So we're really excited for the referral links. And we think that they're going to work very, very well. Yeah,
and we've seen from the, when we were on Chrome Store prior to the issues with it, we saw a lot of, and even before we got the referral links, and we saw a lot of adoption with it there. So we have seen a lot of people using the referrals, and I think with the referral links is going to make it that much easier.
Mm-hmm. And like you say here, if there was an offer when they click on the referral link, so the way that it all kind of works, like that reward has to come from somewhere, and right now we have it split up equally between everybody. So the publisher, the ad network, and then the end user get equal cuts of that reward process. So to change that up in any way would mean that somebody's getting less. So that's where individual bounty programs come in and those sorts of things. So if you want to share some of your rewards because you're getting those enormous referral cuts, then like go for it. That is something that we have seen people doing, like through their YouTube channels and blog posts and that sort of stuff. But yeah, like we want to, like we said before about switching it up to like a multi-level marketing kind of thing as well. to change any of that would be a bunch of development work at this point. And right now it's about user acquisition and advertiser acquisition.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. We can't comment on exchanges. So that and token price and all of those good things, we don't get to talk about it. So unfortunate, but true.
If those were all the questions you guys asked, it'd make this way easier because we would just sit here and talk. We wouldn't even talk. It'd be the quickest AMA ever.
Yeah. So the one last thing that we have to do is the Community All-Star of the Month. And I think we all know who's been gunning for that one. So first, I apologize because I'm probably going to butcher your name a little bit. So I'm really, really sorry. And I'm going to contact you through direct message as well. So Sidompe from NeoHealth, you were amazing this month. You were like all over everything. You were so welcoming to everybody. So thank you so much for being a part of this. And like people were saying, in Telegram earlier, like getting a list of everybody who's won. We'll totally do that. We'll do up a quick little blog post just kind of featuring everybody who has won. And we were talking about this, that because everybody is so awesome, it's been like a year and a half of AdBank. Everybody is in the mix again. So just because you've won before doesn't mean you can't win again. So everybody is totally up for Community All-Star every month. So come join us in Telegram, come join us on the AMAs, all of that sort of stuff. We love to connect with you guys and see what you think about what we're doing and how excited you are for the work that we're doing.
Yeah, congrats.
So Arnold, how can you win ADB stuff? Community All-Star.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly what you're doing. Just get involved, be part of the community. That's really fun. And we really love chatting with everybody.
Yeah. Just keep it up. I'll send you the sweater.
Washed, of course.
Maybe not.
Alrighty, so we went a little bit longer than usual. So I think if that's the end of the questions, we might wrap it up.
Any significant things being done on the marketing front? I want to see 2,000 people listening to you in AMA. Yeah, I would love to see that too.
We're going to get there.
Yeah.
So like I said, so once we have that more permanent home in the Chrome store, in Firefox, and then as we get more browsers under our belts here, then that's when the marketing efforts really pick up, because then we have a direct place to send people when we're doing those promotions.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, we'll leave you guys to it.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time.
Yeah. See you later.